You're listening to the best local sports show. Boots, Bats and Balls on Six Towns Radio.
Chills Bar, Bearsley, sponsors of Port Vale content on Six Towns Radio.
Tom Pope, great win last weekend at Gillingham, the top team. Must have felt good on that coach ride back, knowing you beat the top team.
Yeah, I think any result, not just Gillingham, any drive back's a good one when you've got 3 points. Certainly a lot better than when you've had a defeat. But yeah, we're just taking each game as it comes. We're not going to get too high with the highs and too low with the lows. We're just, like I say, every game there's 3 points to gain, and for the last few we've been doing all right and doing that. So hopefully we can keep us run going, keep picking up the points, and keep ourselves on top of the league. Yeah,
but to get in that promotion race, you've got to challenge the top teams, and obviously taking their mantle, however long it's going to be for, is a great achievement.
It listen, always being top of the leagues. A massive achievement for it, especially with the bookies odds on us at the start of the season. I don't think anybody gives us a prayer. So to be in the position we are now, is a massive achievement. And we've got to make sure we stay there. We're not going to get carried away with it. I'm sure the gaffer isn't going to let us get carried away with it. He'll keep us on his toes. He's brought Piercy in, he's a big talker. I'm sure he'll keep us on his toes. And hopefully we can get over the line.
Yeah, he's brought Piercy in. Birchall's come back. And Lee Hughes, who of course alongside yourself scored on Saturday. Have these players brought something to the dressing room as well?
Yeah, well, I think it's something that we needed. I think we've got a great bunch of players. We're all mates, we never really fall out, but we needed some talkers in there to keep us on our toes and keep us fired up, and the lads that they brought in certainly do that, and I think it was much needed, and I'm sure it'll help us in the long run.
Yeah, and Lee, you scored 26 of the season now. It's another option for you up front, isn't it, playing alongside Lee?
Well, he's been a great player. His goal scoring record speaks for itself, and not only that, he's a great bloke. I've spent a lot of time talking to him over the last week or so, and he really is a top lad. He's always aware of what's going on around him. Even on the pitch, he pretty much knows where you are. It hasn't took him long to understand the type of player I am, and he's been great. It's great playing up front with somebody of his calibre and somebody that's had a career like he has, and I'm sure he'll talk to me and help me through the games. But that's what he's there for. He's there to score goals. It's something that he's done all his career, and hopefully he can score a few more and help us to promotion.
Yeah, you keep getting statistics thrown at you with scoring so many goals. It's this record coming up, or this position in the season where somebody scored so many goals. Is that bothering you?
No, I don't. Like I said before, I don't listen to records or anything else. I just take each game as it comes. I think if somebody told me I'd have got 20 goals before the start of the season, I'd have bit their hand off. So to get 26 by the end of January is, frightening. But it's something that I don't get carried away with. I'm not naive or stupid enough to do that. I just, like I say, take each game as it comes, and if I don't score and we win a game of football, and I'm more than happy with that. That's what we want. It must be fair. 3 points and no goals, and 2 goals and no points. So, hopefully I can score a few more and help us to promotion and as well. But if promotion and no more goals is the scenario, then I'd take that more than anything.
Yeah, some of the lads have joked that you do it on the pitch and not on the training field.
That's true.
Which is great for Vale.
Well, yeah, I think I've saved every goal. I don't think I've scored in training, to be honest. But no, when training's a different kettle of fish, you got lads that are buzzing round and people shooting from ridiculous angles, and when you're playing five-a-sides, balls don't come in the box. It's more into feet, so it doesn't suit me down very much. I need balls in the box. So hopefully the lads will keep putting the balls in the box and I can keep getting on the end of them.
Yeah, we're looking outside at the pitch now, covered in snow probably on the way Friday. If the Bradford game is on, you've played them twice this season so far, a win away, a loss in the Johnson's Paint Trophy. Vale a different team now?
Well, yeah. Well, I think Bradford are as well. I think they've had a few injuries. You know, early in the season when we played them at their place, they got Davies and Oliver at the back, two very experienced, big, solid, horrible centre halves to play against, and you know, we had a real struggle there. They were probably the better side with the better chances. You know, Chris and Neil kept us in the game, and you know, we sneaked a 1-0 win. Johnson Paints, obviously, there was a few I was suspended, and they were the better side against us. So you know, it's 1-1 on games, and hopefully we can win this decider.
Over halfway now. Playing Wimbledon twice in like 2 weeks is going to be strange, because you're going to play them home and away as well. Yeah,
obviously one's in front of the cameras. Neil Cox, my old teammate at Cruise, the assistant manager. So yeah, it will all be strange playing the same side within a fortnight pretty much, but you know, if we win them both, it doesn't make any odds to me.
Good stuff, Tom. Thanks, mate.
No problem.